In this video, we're going to take a look at the Loyola Ramblers and the 2024 Diamond Head Classic. Here's a look at the bracket for the 2024 Diamond Head Classic in Honolulu, Hawaii at the Stan Sheriff Center. These games will tip off on Sunday, December 22nd. The second round will be the next day, the 23rd, and then the final round, and including the championship game, will be on Christmas. Let's get into it. Game one, we've got Oregon State and Charleston. This could be the best game of the first round. Right out of the gates, as we see on this tournament bracket here, I have the conference, the rank. This is KenPom rank, offensive, and then defensive ratings, and then tempo. Oregon State comes in, now part of the WCC, at least for this year. Who knows how much further with the Pac-12 stuff, but they rank 63rd, so they are the second highest rated team in this field. They'll take on Charleston. Both teams 8-2. Charleston with a new coach this year in Chris Mack, so this should be a really good game. We see game two, also on ESPN2, 4 p.m. on Sunday. Loyola takes on Oakland. We'll get more into this game later in the video, but a really interesting matchup. And of course, the headline will be Drew Valentine going against his former his former coach and his former program in his alma mater at Oakland. And this is going to be an interesting one. Could be an ugly one. We'll get into it more later. Third game, 8 p.m. This one on ESPN. Big Ten Nebraska comes in. This is a battle of former Iowa State head coaches with Fred Hoiberg versus Steve Prohm. Nebraska comes in probably the favorite to win this one, the highest rated team on KenPom. Definitely the best defense in the field and the best offense as well. So this is going to be a heavily Nebraska favored game. But Murray State out of the Missouri Valley, they've been improving. They want to slow it down. It's going to be an interesting matchup. And then finally, as we see here, Hawaii always tends to get a fairly easy first round game. I don't know. Hawaii takes on Charlotte. These are two of the worst ranked teams, with only Oakland coming in to be ranked worse than Hawaii. So Hawaii trying to help themselves out here in the round one game against Charlotte. All right, let's dive into this Loyola first round matchup against Oakland. It's going to be a fun one. Coach Drew Valentine played at Oakland for Coach Greg Kampe. Greg Kampe is in his 41st season at Oakland. And he is the longest tenured head coach in Division One. Saw him last week with a game against Michigan State with the matching Grinch sweatshirt, so he is in the Christmas spirit. But as for what we should expect tactically, Oakland plays a very kind of gross style, slow. They play a lot of zone style teams don't see too often, and one that could make for a pretty gross game against a defensive heavy Loyola team, again with some injury issues. We'll see about Justin Moore, but Jaden Dawson definitely out. I watched Oakland play against Illinois this year. They've played them the last 2 years just to kind of see a different style, and it gets ugly. Illinois won, but it wasn't. It was maybe 15 points. It wasn't the normal style that Illinois likes to play. Offensively, Oakland is no juggernaut. They are 352nd in the country in three-point percentage. Their team free throw percentage is only 59.8%. So struggling from the line as well. A lot of their points come from the 2-point range. And they really grind you down. They have the longest average possession length in the country at 21.8 seconds per possession. So they expect a lot of long possessions. They don't turn it over a lot. They do take care of the ball. 16.1% turnover percentage, ranks 96th in the country. So they take care of it, and they're really working the defense. So Loyola will have to bring the defense with them to Hawaii. Let's take a look at Oakland's KenPom by week. As we see here, they started off 173rd in the preseason KenPom, and they're currently 194. So they haven't had a whole lot of fluctuation. There's a little bit, and they've played a really tough schedule. We'll get into this in a little bit, but some of those early games, they're really just they got blown out by Boise State out of the gate, and they kind of had some struggles. They did get a couple nice wins over Toledo and Wright State, where they made that jump from 226 to 153, and then they've played another couple tough ones, and again coming off the Michigan State game, so they've had some tough ones. It's kind of hard to tell for sure at this point, but they will grind you and they'll stay in the game, especially against teams that haven't shown to be too offensive heavy, kind of like Loyola. So here we take a look at the strength of schedule of these teams in the Diamond Head Classic this year. We see Loyola has the worst strength of schedule. They have not yet played a team that you would consider a power conference team. Probably their best wins, South Florida and Princeton. Princeton was a road one, so solid, but other than that, they've got the fairly weakest, or definitely weakest schedule in this group, but a couple other teams with weak schedules. Charlotte, Oregon State, and Hawaii have all played fairly weak schedules. And then, of course, the one that jumps out, Oakland, 13th hardest schedule. So they've played Boise State, they've played Illinois, they've played Michigan State. They've had their fair share of tough games. So that's something that's interesting. Hardest schedule in the field versus weakest schedule in the field in the first round. Let's take a look at the Oakland player stats. First option, Alan Kiba. Not necessarily from three-point line, though, has not made a three on the year. Same with their second option, those two highest minute getters, Tuguro Nuvalarua, with just one three made on the year. And he's their second option, second leading scorer. And then DQ Cole, definitely their best three-point threat, 22 threes made on the year, but not necessarily the best percentage at 90 or 29.7%. Malcolm Christie, second from three. He's made 15 on the year. And then Jason Woodrich would be the other option from three. Those three guys have combined for 79% of the team's three-point attempts. So those are the three guys you need to watch from three. Other than that, it's really inside the three-point arc for the Grizzlies. If you've made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments who you think will win the Diamond Head Classic and how far you think the Loyola Ramblers will go. That could be the same answer. Let me know in the comments. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let me know any other comments you have on this video or other videos that I've made. Let's go Ramblers.